boy, do I have a cracking episode for you guys today. I'm sitting in the back. Look at my knee room, this is insane. I'm sitting in the back of the best Range Rover money can buy. Now this is the brand new Range Rover. It's the plug-in. I've got the 22-inch black gloss rims on that. You can see yourself, you can do your hair in that, it's awesome. Round the back, this is such a key feature of the new design. It's gorgeous. Now when Land Rover were designing the vehicle, they wanted to go for modern luxury. That's the whole vibe they wanted. You've got this big light bar going across where the lights are. They're secretly placed in there. When you see one of these guys reverse, you will see the reverse lights come out of there. That's always a cool little feature. We're gonna come down, it's big, it's good. Look at the length of this thing, just over 204 inches. It's the long wheelbase version. Come around the front, look at this. Oh, autobiography, you know it's posh. It's a little bit of me, I'm quite posh, sophisticated. What I want to know in the comments now is, what's the best view angle of this car? Do you like the front? Very smooth, very plush. I think I like the rear, yeah. So in this video, let's cut through the waffle. I've got 5 awesome reasons why this is the best Range Rover buy of 2022, possibly ever. We're gonna get in here, we're gonna have a little drive. I wanna see the power. And we're gonna have a little look at the space as well. Right, let's go. Let's check out the boot first. Number 1, space. Now Land Rover pretty much invented the SUV, and we know that they come with oodles of space. 725 litres here, and I do love a split tailgate. I love that they have kept the tradition of the split tailgate. Look, I'm in, oh, a little bit of a creak there, but look, so much space to play with. I want you to have a little look over here. Look at this, got some buttons. You can choose your air suspension up and down. You can press this thing, which brings the tray, all pretty handy. Absolutely love it. And decent for towing with these buttons for the air suspension. Number 2, this is the LWB version, which means long wheelbase. Now I'm a long guy, look at me. Look how long I am. This car's over 204 inches long, which means your rear seat's in the back. You've got loads of room to play with your mates, do loads of different activities. It's great. Okay, 3rd reason, and you're gonna love this one, because this is the plug-in hybrid P440e model. That's right, it's good for the environment. You get 70 miles of range. That's what you care about mostly. Let's see if it really does get that in the real world. Anyway, 70 miles of range. It does fast charging up to 50 kilowatt. It's a 31.8 kilowatt usable battery. Like I said, 50 kilowatt charge if you find it, up to 80% in just under an hour. If you've got a 7 kilowatt wall box, which is where you're gonna be charging it most of the time, then that's gonna take 5 hours. So there you go. Environmentally friendly. Okay, hack break. It's time for a life hack with the Range Rover. Check this out. Okay, so when I press the lock and the light button together, you will see that the suspension will drop. Are you ready? Lock and light. We can hear the suspension. Look at it go down. Oh, I'm putting my caravan. I need to get the car lower to see. I can see, very good. And you can just do that. Press literally the lock and the light button to lower. If you want it back up, you just hold the unlock and the light button, and like we see, there we go, look, it goes back up. The next reason, this is the most comfiest, relaxing space you can be in any Range Rover. Now this is the long wheelbase, it's 200 millimeters more than the short wheelbase version. Look at my knee room, that is insane. I'm 5'11", I can do this as well. I can move that back to lie down further. I've got Meridian speakers everywhere. There's noise cancellation speakers in there which emit a signal to cancel any noise, unwanted noise. It's nuts, it's science. I've got a button up here that I can press to bring back so I can see the panoramic sunroof that goes all the way back. It's all right, driver, you busy, you carry on doing the driving stuff. I'll do this. Then we've got an armrest with the fanciest cup holders you've ever seen. The rubber in there is quite sturdy and robust. I quite like that. And then there's cavities to put stuff everywhere. Land Rover are really good at putting big holes all around the car. Look, my hand is lost. Comfy matte carpets, better than the lounge that I have at home, my carpet. Oh my gosh, we've got to say a big thanks to Jaguar Land Rover Cinter Northampton, because we're never going to be able to afford a car like this. and those guys are great helping us film and have a little play with the car so we can share our findings with you. Let's move on. Another reason is that it's got an EV mode. We know it's a plug-in hybrid, but we've got an EV button here which allows us to choose 3 different settings. I've got hybrid mode, which uses the engine and the battery. I've got EV mode, which just uses that battery using that 70 miles. But we've got the save mode, where actually a lot of people have said, Oliver, what does that mean? What does save mean? Normally you see that when you're playing a computer game like Call of Duty, save your progress, but save literally means turning the battery off, saving that battery for when you need it. So when you know you're going to come up to a quaint little village or a city or a town, and then you just want to jab it onto EV and use that full 70 miles of what you've got. So it's great that you can actually press the EV button and put it into save mode, making sure you save and harness all that battery. Another awesome feature, soft closed doors. Bonus reason, you've got a chiller in the middle so you can keep your drinks cool. This model has a 3D camera. Look how crisp that is. You can literally see anywhere you want around the car. You can just swipe away, you can press the arrow here to go to the next camera, and it just looks insane. It's got parking assist as well. You never ever ever have to stress yourself out parking again. Look at the options. Parallel, it's got everything you need. Bay, forward, reverse out. So clever. This is one of my favourite pieces of tech in a car, and it is so handy too. It's called Clear Sight Rear View. You've got your rear view mirror, but look, you might have loads of luggages in your way you can't see. Flick this forward, pow, it's a camera. And then you've got 2 settings, brightness, and you can move the camera up and down to see. I think that is so cool. All cars should have them. Again, it's an added option at a price, but it's in this car and it's epic. So now I've jumped into this lovely Range Rover. I'm going to give it a little drive, see what it's like. Immediately, as I've jumped in, I'm looking around, I can see over the bonnet. I've got a great ride height. I've moved myself a little bit closer to the steering wheel, which feels tremendous. Plush materials everywhere. I'm going to stick it in drive and let's see how smooth it really is. Oh, okay, I've driven away. Now the battery is depleted at the moment, so I haven't got an EV setting that I can use on that button. I'm just concentrating, all right? This is £180,000 worth of car. This is the autobiography trim, so you know it's super plush. And a lot of people always ask and say, oh, don't you get a little bit nervous sometimes driving cars? And sometimes I say, nah, what are you on about? But actually today, I am feeling a little bit of the nerves. But, so let's talk some stats, let's talk some figures. It's a 3 litre, straight 6 petrol engine. We've got under the bonnet, we've got 141 brake horsepower electric motor as well, combined a 31.8 kilowatt usable battery. I think it's 38.2 kilowatts, the actual size, if you really want the stats. A 0 to 62 miles per hour in 6 seconds. And I want to give this thing a little bit of a punch in a minute when I get a bit more comfortable with it. But at the moment, it's really easy to use. And what I love about the plugins, oh, she's gonna let me go, thanks. I'm gonna go, yeah, come on. I own the road, I've got a Range Rover here, long wheelbase autobiography. So the thing I wanted to talk to you about was the miles to gallon, all right? Because we know in the past, Range Rovers, Land Rovers, when you buy them, you're hit with a big tax and the emissions aren't great, are they? But with the plugins, they bring the emissions really low, extremely low, and that's great. And then in the future, we'll get the full EVs, which will be even better. But 333 miles to the gallon is what Land Rover say this Range Rover plug-in hybrid will do, the P440e. Now 333 miles to the gallon is brilliant combined, isn't it? 70 miles from that 31.8 kilowatt usable battery that you can use. Again, from our findings in the reviews we've done with hybrids and electric vehicles, they do fall a little bit short. We all have different driving behaviours, don't we? So it would be interesting to see exactly how many miles you could get on average. But again, you know it's going to be better than the normal internal combustion engine variant without the battery or the plug-in hybrid option. Right, Land Rovers say that the P440e can do 0 to 62 miles per hour in 6 seconds. That's pretty quick for a big, heavy beast like this. So let me make sure I've got it in all the go fast settings. Let's get it into dynamic, and let's put it back on the gear lever to sport. There we go, on S. So get ready, hold on to everything in the back, and let's punch it. Oh, it took a while to get up. Oh, there it is. Woo! Okay, woo! Oh my gosh. Okay, so that started off a little bit slow, but then all of a sudden it pushed, and I started to hear the engine rev then. Woo! That was good fun. Right, I'm gonna have another go because that was good fun. Now I'm gonna try and do a launch, so I'm gonna do my foot flat on the brake there, build up the revs. I'm in dynamic, I've got it in sport on the gear selector. Let's build up those revs. Oh, that's better, and there we go. Oh, that's much better. Oh my gosh. Okay, whoa. That was my... That did not feel like an SUV then at all. That flew. Building up the revs, holding the brake down, doing the launch, just allowed it to just fly. Oh my gosh. 0 to 62 in 6 seconds. This car is so heavy, but I got to admit, that was fun. Now, I love cars, and they excite me, and I love the tech. I love the plushness. I love the Range Rover brand, the part where they put a little bit more emphasis on the style of the car and the tech and the luxury element. And the tech's insane. Like, the Pivi Pro infotainment works extremely well. They used to be lag with their other software in the past. This one does over-the-air updates. The digital infotainment, digital cluster display there is super crisp. Absolutely love it. Just want to talk to you about the modes, because we do have, if you're familiar with Land Rover products, you know they are very capable off-roaders, 4x4ers. Now, what I love here is that they've just got this cog, this wheel. You push it down. I've had it in auto. I just jabbed it down and it puts it in auto, and it works out all the suspension and everything it needs to. So if I am going somewhere off-roading, a little adventure with me mates, I've got a number of settings. I've got dynamic, which will obviously lower the car down to its to the lowest point, making it a little bit more dynamic. Steering stiffens up, get through the gears a little bit quicker. Then we've got eco, if you want to be super tight and save miles, which sounds like me. Then move across, we've got the comfort mode, grass, gravel and snow. We've got the mud ruts, we've got sand, rock crawl, that would be fun. Wading, again, this has got a wade depth of 900, I'm going to say millimeters. I was going to say meters. Can you imagine 900 meters? No, I think it's probably 900 centimeters. It's the same as the Defender, so it's pretty good. So if I haven't said so yet, the brake horsepower on this P440e model is 434 brake horsepower and 620 Newton meters of torque. And another cool thing that I might have forgotten to mention is, in EV mode, you can actually go as fast as 87 miles per hour, which is pretty good because a lot of hybrid cars don't allow you to go that fast, which I think is worth mentioning because it's pretty handy if you have got a full battery with your 70 miles of range. Now, I've got Adam behind me. As always, he's been in and out of more cars in the rear seats than anyone else, so he's back there. Adam, talk to me about comfort levels in this car.
Okay, so I am behind, very, very far behind actually. I feel like I'm in some sort of space shuttle. The amount of leg room I've got is insane. Let me show you a little bit. Like, my knees end here, hang on, and we can go, the seat is all the way over there. It's about 50 meters in between my knees and the seat in front, which is lovely. It feels like you can go camping in here. You've got a nice bit in the middle. Let me show you down here where you can do all your temperature controls and stuff, and your blinds and the sunroof as well. So I feel like it's really comfy, it's really plush, and you do feel a bit like a royal in the back here. So yeah, I give it a very high score.
I love that, a bit of a royal. He's definitely right, this car is special. So that has been our episode on this Range Rover autobiography and 5 reasons why it is the best Range Rover that money can buy right now, in my opinion. I've given you more than 5 reasons, if anything. If you're still here after staying around for this long, thanks very much. You've got a couple of bonus reasons. We've had a little play in the car. It's only been a little one. We know, because we're at Jaguar Land Rover Cinta. Big thank you for us to having a little go in the car. We felt that power. We gave it a little bit of a poke, didn't we? And that is insane. That is going to get you out of any situation you need, any T-junctions where you want to put the power down to get out. It's got the power. It's definitely got the looks. What I want to know is, what would you rather? We've got to talk about the price again. £180,000, or sitting just under that. If you are interested, you know where to go. We'll put a link in the description below. But what would you spend £180,000 on? Down payment on a mortgage, or this absolutely glorious long wheelbase Range Rover autobiography? You'll have to let me know in the comments. As always, throw us a like if you like the episode, comment down below, get subbed, and I'll see you on the next one.